Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
Moving into the old building on Elm Street was supposed to be a fresh start. A quiet, unassuming place after everything. My name's Nora Schwab, and for the last few months this small, one-bedroom apartment on the 3rd floor has been my sanctuary. I work remotely, so the silence was initially a blessing. No noisy neighbors, no street chatter, just the gentle hum of the refrigerator and the occasional creak of the old plumbing. It was perfect. Too perfect, I realize now. Then the silence started changing. It wasn't just an absence of noise, it felt deliberate, heavy, like a blanket thrown over everything. I'd notice it most when I was trying to fall asleep. The city, even a quiet part of it, always has a low thrum, distant traffic, sirens, the neighbor's TV. But here, some nights, it was an absolute void. A vacuum. And out of that vacuum, the impossible started to emerge. First, a faint, almost melodic hum. Not a song I knew, but undeniably musical, vibrating just at the edge of hearing. I'd turn my head, strain my ears, and it would vanish, replaced by that crushing silence. I blamed stress, a hyper-awareness born from too much isolation. It quickly became more than just a hum. I started hearing whispers. My name, Nora. Sometimes it sounded like my mother, sometimes like my ex, Mark. Always just a breath, never a full word, always fading before I could pinpoint it. I'd call out, "Hello, is anyone there?" Only to be met by that profound, expectant silence. Then things started moving. Or rather, not moving. I'd set my keys on the counter, swear I heard them clink, only to find them later on the floor or sometimes, bizarrely, in my shoe. My coffee mug would be in the wrong cupboard. Small, insignificant things that chipped away at my certainty. I called my friend Daniel, trying to make light of it. "The apartment's got a poltergeist, I swear," I joked, but my voice was tight. He laughed it off, told me I needed to get out more, maybe meet some new people. Roderick, the building manager, just grunted when I mentioned strange noises or things moving. "Old building," he'd say, "pipes, settling." He never looked me in the eye when he said it. The whispers grew clearer. They started to form full sentences, though always fragmented, always just out of reach. "You shouldn't be here," one hissed, sounding exactly like Mark's voice, thick with his old anger. Another time I heard a child crying, a sound so specific, so heartbreakingly familiar, it felt like a fist in my stomach. It was the exact cry my cousin made the night she drowned. A memory I'd buried deep. How could it know? How could it replicate that sound so perfectly? I started leaving my phone recording at night, desperate for proof. Every morning I'd play back hours of nothing but static, or sometimes just the unbearable, perfect silence. It was like it knew when I was recording, knew I was trying to catch it, and mocked me with its absence. The notes started then. Little sticky notes in my own handwriting saying things like, "Did you remember the milk?" or "Don't trust the quiet." Things I knew I hadn't written. I even found one taped to my bathroom mirror that just said "Listen" in bold, shaky letters. My own shaky letters. Last night it broke me. I was trying to sleep, huddled under my covers, convinced that if I didn't move, if I didn't make a sound, it would ignore me. But the silence in the room was thick, suffocating. Then it started. Not a whisper, not a hum. It was an assault. My apartment became a whirlwind of sound. Every single negative memory, every fear, every regret I'd ever felt, amplified and thrown at me. The deafening screech of brakes from the accident I'd caused years ago, followed by the metallic crunch of cars colliding. My mother's disappointed sigh when I dropped out of college, echoing from every corner. Mark's furious shouting from our last fight, his words physically hitting me. And through it all, the chilling, specific cry of my drowned cousin, over and over, until I thought my heart would burst. I screamed, trying to drown out the noise, but my scream was just another note in the symphony of my own torment. Then, just as I thought I would break, as I curled into a ball, clutching my head, all the noise stopped. Abruptly, completely. A silence unlike any I'd ever experienced, deeper than the void, a silence that felt like a living, hungry thing. And then a single voice. It wasn't Mark or my mother or any voice I knew. It was deep, resonant, and utterly devoid of emotion, yet filled with ancient malice. It resonated not in my ears, but in my bones. "You are not meant to hear," it breathed. "This quiet is mine, and soon you will be part of it." I don't know how, but I found the strength to move. To scream again, a raw, animal sound that tore my throat. Maybe it startled it, maybe it fed on my fear and momentarily retreated. I just know that in the next breath, the sounds were gone, replaced by the familiar, yet still unsettling quiet of the apartment. I grabbed my emergency bag, my keys, my phone, and ran. Didn't look back. I'm staying with Daniel now, but I can't shake it. The world sounds different. Too loud sometimes, too quiet others. I hear echoes that aren't there, whispers at the edge of my hearing. Every sudden silence makes my blood run cold. I know it's still in that apartment, waiting. And I know with chilling certainty that it hasn't given up on me. It's just listening. I don't know what it wants, but I know it's still out there, listening, and I'm afraid to make a sound.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.